I'm going to address an issue that we must have heard some while ago. Somebody said that Kamuti is in the same level with God or with any other kind of faith, and that is exactly, what you see people coalescing around. They believe that there is a supernatural demonic power that can change some outcomes. Can you imagine if Dr. Makau Mutua was the Minister of Culture now, or Mother Karua was the Vice President or Deputy President today? Where would the church be? Remember what she did to us when she was Minister for Constitutional Affairs and how she spoke against the church. Imagine if Raila Odinga was the president today and Ida Odinga was the first lady today. Where would the church be? People that are spoken clearly that they want to deal with the churches and to push the numbers of the churches down. And of course, we know why. It is a spiritual aspect that is, stopping much of what the devil wants to do, and the devil has his people that he wants to use to actualize his plan, just as God, as Dr. William Ruto, the First Lady, the Deputy President, and the Second Lady in place. And many people that have come to agree that God needs to be recognized, given room in our country. And as that is happening in the spirit realm, we must also stand guard and continue to do what we must do to make sure that in the physical, in the political landscape, that which needs to be done is done. And as we stand today, there is something very critical that must happen. But listen, we need to hear from God. Any man that has heard from God himself, their boldness is different. The way they articulate what they know is different. And the people that have heard from the devil on the other side, their boldness is different. Their ability to articulate whatever they articulate is so much. That's why you see them say, we don't recognize William Ruto. They don't even say President William Ruto. They say, we don't recognize William Ruto. Some of them are calling him that fella. It is because they have heard in the demonic world and they think that is the only voice that is there to be heard. It is our duty to make them understand that the voice of God is powerful, it is full of majesty, and it calls the shots where God has been honored by a government. So in this case, you and me must understand how to stop the voices that we are hearing. People saying that Kamuti is in the same level with any other faith. And actually, the only faith they are attacking is the real Christian faith. They have no problem with all the other purported kinds of faith. They don't even have a problem with the Christian religion. They have a problem with the real voice of God communicated. That is where their problem is. When you hear them talk like they live in another country, when you hear them talk like now they have just discovered a new devil, when you hear them talk like they have just discovered a new bombshell. But the Lord showed me what I have shared with you guys twice on how to pray. But God spoke to me that I shepherd you into the place of listening more to him, so that you hear his voice for yourself, so that when we are going out and we are fighting the demonic powers behind those opposed to the will of God, and even the demonic powers that are sustaining resistance